Pisces. Let's get into a reading. So I went to go pick up this deck, and these two cards laid on the bottom with the High Priestess. I feel like there's something here where you might not be saying that everything that's been taken from you or everything that's not been given to you will be replaced by something better. There's also a lot of birds here. So there could be something here about a migratory energy, things migrating, whether it's something going out of your life and then coming back and you questioning, why is it that every time I want something, it doesn't want me, but as soon as I don't want it, I can have it. So that could be a home. Being like, I remember stressing over, I need to be a homeowner. That's going to give me purpose. I need to achieve this. But once you conquer it, you realize, okay, wait, maybe it wasn't as serious as I made it out to be. And it's like as soon as you either don't want it anymore or as soon as you're not striving for it, that's when it becomes easier for you to get it. There is something here you're not saying, but your intuition keeps telling you to transform and to continue forward, to continue to give yourself truth and clarity, and to not be scared of change and transformation, to not be intimidated by the pain of life, to just transform and keep going. I just heard something's being made perfect for you. Yeah, the moon. See, that's what I'm saying. This could be something new, something that's going to be unfamiliar, something that's, I'm definitely getting an energy of this was perfectly made for you. This is personal. This is going to be emotionally fulfilling, but you're going to have the strength and the courage to continue to get you there, to listen to your higher self. So there's parts of you right now being tempered. There's parts of you being tempered. There's parts of you being laid to rest. There's parts of you transforming. There's parts of you that are maybe overly passionate, fueled by desire. Those parts of you are going to be met with a lot of emotion and compassion and nurturing energy. There's also something here of you not feeling lack when it comes to growth. So a lot of you, for some time, you could have been in an energy of maybe, I'm going to say it, being bitter, being very, I want the truth, I want honesty, or get the fuck out of my way. It's either black or it's white. There's no in between. It's either yes or it's no. There is no maybe. You could have been very rigid in your beliefs, in your views, in your boundaries, in what you wanted, in what you were accepting, and what you were going to cut a jaw for. Very rigid, but you could have been softening here lately. There could be parts of you that have softened, that have been released, parts of you that you never thought you were going to get back, parts of you you've never seen before. And I think it's because the universe is really soothing you and letting you know, listen, everything that you've gotten taken from you, we're going to give back to you plus more. You think that the love of your life got taken, maybe in the future you're going to look back and go, that wasn't the love of my life. That was someone who was calculated. That was someone who was practical and logical, and they looked at me from a practical and logical standpoint. They would tell me that they loved me, but if it didn't make logical sense, then they didn't love me anymore. That could be for some of you. And your intuition could be telling you, yes, we know, we get it. You're looking at love maybe from a very biased view right now. You're not seeing everything clearly. But this is transforming you. We're going to replace everything that's been taken by something better because we're making it for you. It was meant for you, but there's been sides of you that's had to transform, that had to be put to rest. Here in the next few months, you're going to be getting an offer coming in from someone, some sort of wish fulfillment, dream come true, desire. So let's say you lost a job. Here in the next few months, somebody's going to be bringing you an opportunity, not only for you to work for them, but for you to maybe even grow in that company. There could be a part of you that's going to be anxious about leaving something behind. Well, I put in my time here. I've worked here for 7 years, for 10 years. I'm intimidated to now start my own business and have to invest my 401k by myself. What if this is a lover? There could be a part of you that's like, yeah, I know I want something new. I know I want something different, but I'm scared it's going to be like the past, Daniel. I'm scared that me cutting off this lover, once I do, they're going to turn into everything I wanted. It's like you're getting more comfortable turning your back on the questions, on the unknown, on the things that you want to figure out. You're a lot more comfortable turning your back on it and going, listen, I'm going to make wise choices. If something feels tempting, I'm not giving to it. If something feels deceptive, I'm not giving to it. Be careful of being self-deceptive. Be careful of showing up from a very logical, set in stone place and demanding something that's not possible right now, okay? I'm seeing that there's a lot of things that you're not saying. I'm seeing some of you could be in denial that you've been blocking the something better for you because you've either not been making the choices to get you there or you've been deceiving yourself when it comes to the offers you're getting. So what do I mean by that? Have you ever dated someone and they tell you exactly who they are, but you don't want to believe them? An example would be, let's say you're dating someone and they go, well, I want something that's just fun and casual, but we can see where it can go. Okay, well, they done told you what they wanted. They literally just said, I want something that's fun and casual. Let's forget about the last part. Let's forget about but we'll see where it'll go. They done told you what they wanted. And if you are deceiving yourself, you might be quick to go, okay, well, I feel really creative. Let's do this. I want an offer. And then after maybe 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, you want to place a boundary or cut someone off when in reality, there was not going to be action taken here from the get-go because it was a stalemate relationship, but you didn't want to see that. That's what I'm saying here. And if that's the case, you need to be willing to let go of people, places, and things where there is no growth. Where you see that they're either avoiding taking action, you're avoiding taking action, they're blocking you from being able to progress, they're blocking an offer. And if you have a conversation with someone and they either act like the conversation's not taking place, so what do I mean by that? Have you ever brought up a conversation to someone and they only answer parts of it? That's what I'm saying here. And you could want to put yourself in denial when you need to be honest with yourself. Make a wise choice. Do you think that you can build something stable with someone when every time you bring a conversation to the table, they avoid some of it? Do you think that you can build a healthy relationship with someone when you can't even see them for who they are and they told you clear as day who they are, yet you don't want to see that? An example would be, if you go to date a girl and she goes, I'm not good at relationships, she just told you the truth. She ain't good at relationships. Maybe she needs to figure that out. But if you're at a place where you're like, but I'm really attracted to you, I really want love, I feel like there's something here, you might be deceiving yourself by thinking that you can grow with someone who just told you, I'm bad at love. I don't do relationships. Relationships aren't easy for me. Now, I ain't saying you ain't the one that would change them. I'm just saying that you might be setting yourself up for possible failure and you need to make an educated choice. So I am saying that. And once you work through that, it's going to lead you down a different path. And once you do that, which could be here coming up soon, in the next few weeks to a few months, I'm saying 3 months at the max, you're going to get some sort of wish fulfillment. This could be someone asking you out. This could be someone finally doing something that you've wanted all along. So what does that remind me of? Let's say that for far too long, you've been dating people who won't commit. Or you've been dating men or women who won't see you as valuable. They see you as an asset, but you're kind of more like a bank account number than actual value. This could be the energy of, Daniel, I've lost people that I would have died for. I've lost people that I would have given everything for, but I was deceiving myself. Well, the person coming towards you, the person who's going to be honest with you and truthful, and they're going to really look at you and go, logically, I want this, so I'm going to take action. That person's going to be like a dream come true for you, because the way that they're going to express their emotions, they're not going to come in and go, I want to start off small. They're going to be like, damn, I ain't never met someone like you, and I want all of this. They're going to be very straightforward. It's going to be everything that you've wanted and more. There is going to be no questioning. And then you're going to look back and go, now I understand why everything that got taken from me, or everything that didn't work out, or the things that I would get stuck on that I shouldn't have been stuck on because I was lying to myself. But I feel creative. It doesn't matter if you feel creative. If the other person doesn't want to create with you, there's nothing you can do. It takes two. It takes two to tango. It takes two to have a relationship. It takes two to grow something. And this is going to be someone who's going to come in the next few months and say, I don't want to start this small. I want to start this. This is what I want. Asking you shall receive. I'm it. And I think your intuition is going to tell you that there's something different here. But you could still be trying to balance sides of you out. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You could be trying to balance sides of you out that are... There's two parts of you. There's the very wounded and secure... There's a very healed and secure version of you. And then there's a very wounded and insecure version of you. I see when this person comes in, they're going to nurture you. They're going to want to know what you've been through in your life and how you've evolved, how you've conquered your challenges, what's made you into the person you are today. And those are going to be the parts of you that they're going to want to nurture. You know how sometimes when you date someone and they're toxic, they learn the sides of you so they can use it as fuel for the fire? Have you ever dated someone like that, where if you date them, they'll learn about you, but then they'll use it as ammunition in a fight in the future? And you're like, wait, so you learned that about me so you could really kick me when I'm down. That's good to know. That's not this person. This is the kind of person where it's like, I want to know who hurt you. I want to know what you've been through. I want to know why you are this empress now. What did you go through that you are now so compassionate and loving and nurturing and forgiving, but stable and secure, but also, you know how to balance all sides of you. There's a part of you that could be self-sufficient, but there's also a part of you that could be clingy as hell. There's a part of you that could be fueled by fire and desire and passion and maybe a little bit of being impulsive. But then there's also another side of you that knows how to move slow like molasses and make educated decisions and make good choices and just see where you're going before you step. That's how this person views you. So they're going to want to just really get to know you on a deeper level. I see that when this starts unfolding, you might want to protect your security and your heart at all costs. So be careful with that. If that's the case, that could be you getting in your karmic energy, and you might have to complete that cycle. So if you notice that you're going to start getting kind of guarded when someone wants to see the real you, or let's say this person comes in and they're really soft and compassionate and loving and caring, and you start kind of claiming up, maybe recognize that that's you going back in your karmic ways, doing something the same way you used to. Recognize that so you can change that. That's then going to send you into a moment of completing a karmic cycle so you can do things differently in your future. And it's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment as long as you notice it. So what does that make me think of? So a long time ago, when I would connect with people, I would act in a way where I thought, oh no, I'm in control. But my actions were screaming, this bitch is out of control. Now, when I'm feeling out of control, I will voice it. I will say, listen, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm thinking. This is kind of where I'm at. And I would love to reevaluate when you're able to have a conversation with me. I would love for us to discuss why I'm maybe feeling this way. So for this card, it would make me think about, okay, listen, you know, I'm really liking you. I'm getting close to you, but I'm starting to feel a little insecure because I'm getting close to you, but I feel like you're not acting the same. So if you're open, I would love to have a conversation about it. If not, I get it. That's awesome. But I might start pulling away if you don't want to have a conversation about it. That is me recognizing, oh, wait, I needed to evolve in how I handled situations. So I no longer do what I used to do. I maybe would be quick to run and block a motherfucker and cut somebody off and act like they no longer exist. Now, I will detach, figure out what I need to say, and then I will say it. I will give clarity. I will give truth. Now, that could lead to the end of the relationship. That could lead to a great conversation. That could lead to an avoidant running from me. Whatever happens after that is what happens. But that brought me to my karmic challenge and me being able to complete that challenge and recognize, wait, running from something isn't going to help anything. Ignoring it isn't going to help anything. Avoiding it isn't going to help anything. Sometimes you have to conquer it head on. And sometimes the things that you feel the most uncomfortable in are the biggest lessons or the biggest things that you need to figure out. That's what I'm saying here. So once that happens, you'll be able to show up differently. So that could be something as simple as giving this person truth and clarity. Being able to open up to this person and say, listen, you make me really fulfilled, but I have no lie to tell. It scares me that I'm fulfilled with you. It scares me that I really like you. Because every time I like somebody, something like this happens. They ghost, they disappear, they push away. Whatever that looks like for you. Yes. And then you might even tell them that you once made an unwise choice, that you gave and you gave and you gave and you gave, and you swore you would never be that person again. But what the universe is saying is like, listen, you put an effort in something that would have eventually failed anyways. You were both set up for failure. Neither one of you knew how to handle a relationship in the past. So don't take your past relationships and think that your future relationship is going to turn out the same. If you're comparing a relationship in your teens, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, how you handle it now is going to be different. I guarantee when you were married in your 40s, you would have handled it different than when you're married in your 60s. Same when you're married 19, 20, 21 versus 38, 39, 40. Give yourself the recognition that you are different, that you handle things different, okay? And that it's okay for you to have made unwise choices in the past and to bet on things that didn't bet on you, that weren't good for you, that weren't right for you. Now, again, I am seeing in the near future, within the next few months, someone's going to come in and they're going to want this, all of this. And you're going to have to decide if you want a new cycle with this person, if this is what's balancing for you, if this is what you've asked for. Now, this reading's telling me that what you've lost is being replaced with something better. But there could be an underlying worry, fear, or anxiety of, is it better? So if you've ever broken a bone, okay? If you've ever broken a bone, I've broken my wrist like 4 times. You will know that after you break a bone and you get your cast on and you get it taken off, you're nervous, you're scared. Why are you nervous? Why are you scared? Because you're scared you're going to break it again. You're scared that you're going to fall and you're going to hit it just right, and all of a sudden you done broke your wrist and you're in a cast again. You're anxious until maybe a few years down the road and you don't remember that pain anymore. You don't remember what it felt like to have a lug around a cast for 6 to 8 weeks and you can't get in water and you can't go to the water park. That's what I'm saying here. So whenever this starts to unfold, there's going to be a part of you that's going to be scared. Well, I don't want to break my wrist again. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to give my heart to then be like, well, why did I give my heart? I don't want to think that something could be created when I'm just deceiving myself and not really seeing that either someone's avoiding me, avoiding action, they're blocking me, they're denying. Ultimately, there's a stalemate. A stalemate relationship is when one of you doesn't want it the same as the other. That's what results in a stalemate. One of you would be willing to give everything, the other one isn't. The one that isn't, though, has something to learn, has something to gain, whether it's knowledge, wisdom, clarity. Maybe it's a different path they need to go down. Maybe there's things you don't know. There's a reason it's a stalemate. But I do feel that in the past, you didn't see something clearly, and that circumstance transformed you. Now, again, this could be a marriage that you rode hard for. And once it ended, you recognize I shouldn't have rode hard for that person. Here I am on my knees, feeling like my world is over, yet they picked up the pieces and acted like it was nothing. Yet I rode hard for them, and I wasn't able to see that who I laid beside in bed at night was not the true them. This is the true them. You always hear the saying, you don't know somebody until they're mad at you. That's what I'm saying here. So now that this new person, the person who's made perfectly for you, the person who's going to be very balanced and honest and truthful and patient and kind, you're going to be scared. Scared that it's too good to be true. Scared that it's going to be taken from you as soon as you get it. Scared that as soon as you got yourself to where you're at and you're feeling good like you should and you've transformed and you're feeling balanced and you're feeling healed, that something's going to come in and kind of ruin it. But they're telling me that you're just at a place where you're trying to protect your security at all costs, and that's okay, but maybe just recognize that you could also be protecting yourself from what you've wanted. Something that was made for you, something that was meant for you, something that is yours. However, if you want to accept it or open up to it, they're not going to beg you, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, leaving it here. Have a blessed day.